Introducing the Flying Scotsman, the legendary L&R A3 class steam locomotive built in 1923 by Nigel Gresley.
Step inside the cab, where the crew commands this icon. Gauges dancing under firelight, throttle pulled wide as it races toward record speeds and legendary status in British rail history. Preserved through world tours and restorations, it remains a timeless symbol of engineering excellence and rail heritage.
Introducing Mallard, the legendary L&R Class A4 streamlined steam locomotive designed by Sir Nigel Gresley and built in 1938.
Step inside the cab, where the crew unleashes this speed demon, throttle slammed open,
for scream up for steam on Stoke Bank in Double Chimney.
Preserved as a national treasure at the National Railway Museum, Mallard stands as the undisputed king of steam speed and engineering brilliance.
Introducing the big boy, the legendary Union Pacific 4884 articulated steam locomotive, the largest and most powerful successful steam engine ever built.
Step inside the cab, where the crew masters this giant. Throttle wide, firebox screaming under immense pressure as it hauls thousands of tons over steep grades without assistance.
Only one survives in operating condition, 4014, restored by Union Pacific in 2019 and still running heritage excursions, a living testament to the golden age of steam railroading. Introducing the Challenger, the iconic Union Pacific 4664 articulated steam locomotive, one of the most powerful and fastest freight haulers of the steam era. Step inside the cab, where the engineer commands this beast, gauges down and fire, throttle wide open as it conquers steep grades at high speeds with massive loads, delivering unmatched power without helpers. 3985, the last operational Challenger, thrilled fans on excursions until retirement, a living legend of American steam power and engineering. Introducing the Duchess class, the powerful LMS Princess Coronation 462 Pacific steam locomotives, the pinnacle of British Express passenger design in the late 1930s.
Step inside the cab, where the crew unleashes tremendous power, throttle wide open, driving a beast, rivaling the best in the world with their streamlined might.
Preserved examples like Duchess of Hamilton and Duchess of Sutherland still run heritage trips today, keeping alive the golden era of British steam expresses and engineering prestige. Introducing the Hudson, the legendary New York Central 464 steam locomotive, the ultimate high-speed passenger engine of the 1930s and 1940s.
Step inside the cab, where the engineer pilots this speed king, throttle set for 100+ efficiently as Hudsons powered the famous 20-inch reliability and grace on flat terrain.
Many Hudsons were scrapped post-steam era, but preserved examples and replicas keep the legend alive as symbols of streamlined elegance and high-speed steam excellence. Introducing the Norfolk and Western Class J611, the legendary streamlined 484 Northern steam locomotive, one of the most advanced and powerful passenger engines ever built in America. Step inside the cab, where the crew commands this queen, throttle set for mountain-conquering runs, firebox humming with precision as 611 on the Hollytop Ridge speeds up to 116. Built in 1950 and the only surviving Class J611, known as the Queen of Steam, was restored and still thrills crowds on mainline excursions, a living icon of steam's finest engineering. Introducing Southern Pacific GS4 4449, the legendary Daylight 484 Northern steam locomotive, one of the most beautiful and celebrated preserved engines in America. Step inside the cab, where the crew drives this masterpiece, throttle wide open, firebox blazing as 4449 races along the coast and mountains at Sud-Est narration. Saved from scrap in 1958 and beautifully restored, 4449 remains a star of mainline steam excursions, a rolling work of art that symbolizes the golden age of American passenger railroading. Introducing Union Pacific Challenger 3985, the legendary 4664 articulated steam locomotive, one of the most powerful and fastest dual-service engines of the steam era. Step inside the cab, where the crew unleashes this monster, throttle slammed, 3985 conquer deep grades at high speeds, delivering immense tractive effort without helpers in its glory days. 3985, the last operational Challenger until its 2020 retirement, thrilled millions on mainline excursions, a living giant of American steam power and engineering legacy.
Introducing A1 Peppercorn Tornado, number 60, the first new line steam locomotive built in Britain since the 1960s. Step inside the cab, where today's crew commands this modern marvel, throttle wide, firebox albums mainline passenger trains blending 1940s design with 21st century engineering for reliability and power. Built from scratch between 1994 and 2008 by the A1 Steam Locomotive Trust, Tornado has since become a star of the mainline scene, proving steam's enduring appeal in the modern era. Introducing the British Rail Class 55 Deltic, the legendary twin-engine diesel locomotive nicknamed for its Napier Deltic power units, the fastest and most powerful diesel of its time on Britain's railways.
Step inside the cab, where the driver unleashes 3,300 horsepower. It's splendid.
With only 22 built and 6 preserved today, the Deltics remain icons of British rail enthusiasm, their unmistakable sound and brute force forever etched in railway history. Introducing the British Rail Class 37, the iconic English electric Type 3 diesel-electric locomotive, the ultimate workhorse of the modernisation era with over 300 built and decades of hard service. Step inside the cab, where the driver masters this beast, thriving pab expresses across Britain, from the Highlands to the Welsh valleys, proving its versatility and toughness for over 60 years. Affectionately known as tractors for their reliability and growl, many Class 36 railways in the inline used a testament to British engineering endurance and the heart of the diesel age.
Introducing the EMD F40PH, the workhorse American diesel locomotive of the late 20th century, built by Electromotive Division and beloved by commuters across the United States. Step inside the cab, where the engineer commands this dependable beast, throttle notched up, engine purring as the F40 Ultra corridor trains, Metro commuter runs, or Caltrain services, delivering millions of passengers safely and on time for decades. With thousands built and many still running today after rebuilds as F59PH or MP36PH, the F40PH became synonymous with reliable American commuter rail, a true icon of late 20th century railroading. Introducing the Siemens Charger, the modern diesel-electric passenger locomotive family revolutionizing North American rail in the 2020s, built for Amtrak, regional operators, and high-efficiency service. Step inside the cab, where the engineer pilots this cutting-edge machine. Throttle notched, Cummins V16 delivering over 4,400 horsepower as Tower Distant Churn. With hundreds in service and more on order since 2016, the Siemens Charger represents the next generation of reliable, eco-friendlier passenger locomotives in North America, a sleek symbol of modern railroading. Introducing the Siemens Vectron, the versatile multi-system electric locomotive platform dominating European rail since 2010, built for freight, passenger, and high-performance service across multiple countries and voltages. Step inside the cab, where the driver commands this modular powerhouse. Throttle advanced, traction moves haul heavy freight over mountains, or speed-passable electrification systems for seamless European operations. With over 2,000 units in service across 20-plus countries and operators, the Vectron platform represents the pinnacle of modular, eco-friendly electric traction, a true workhorse of Europe's 21st-century rail network. Introducing the TGV Sud-Est, the original French high-speed train that revolutionized rail travel worldwide, launching commercial 270 for 920 km rail. Step inside the cab, where the conductor pilots this pioneer, throttle full, traction motors screaming as the TGV Sud-Est slashes Paris-Lyon travel time in half. Over 100 Sud-Est sets were built, many still running after 40-plus years of service, a living legend that sparked the global high-speed revolution and remains an icon of French engineering excellence. Introducing the ICE-1, the original Deutsche Bahn Intercity Express high-speed train, launched in 1991 and bringing Germany into the 300-kilometer era with world-class engineering and reliability. Step inside the cab, where the Lokführer commands this trailblazer, throttle full, traction motors humming as the ICE-1 slashes travel times across Germany, achieving routine 280 km on dedicated lines. With 60 train sets built and many still active after 30-plus years, the ICE-1 laid the foundation for the entire high-speed network, a timeless icon of precision engineering and the European high-speed revolution. Introducing the Shinkansen Zero Series, the world's first high-speed train launched on October 1, 1964, and forever changing global transportation with Japan's pioneering bullet train technology. Step inside the cab, where the driver commands this historic icon, throttle full, motors humming as the Zero Series connects Tokyo to Osaka in just 4 hours in high-speed rail's Basbajid Island nation. Over 3,200 cars built across decades, the Zero Series ran in 2008 and remains the symbol of precision, reliability, and the global high-speed rail revolution, a true legend that inspired every bullet train since. Introducing the Shinkansen N700 series, the current pinnacle of Japanese high-speed rail, in service since 2007 and setting new benchmarks for speed, comfort, safety, and efficiency on the world's busiest high-speed network. Step inside the cab, where the driver pilots this technological marvel. Throttle advanced, systems monitoring every parameter as the N700 reaches 300 km in Region Savoy. With thousands of cars in daily operation and variants like N700S and N700S Suppression further, the boundary series the faster Greenhastigheitsverhördel. Introducing the Acela Express, America's flagship high-speed train, in service since 2000 and the fastest bus with tilting technology and world-class performance. Step inside the cab, where the engineer commands this speed leader. Throttle advanced, tilt system leaning the train through curves as Acela slashes travel times on the busy Northeast corridor reaching. With 20 train sets built by Alstom and Bombardier and ongoing upgrades, Acela remains the fastest and most of high-speed potential and the bridge to even faster future generations. Introducing the GES-44AC, the dominant modern heavy-haul freight locomotive in North America, part of the 4,400 horsepower interior and heaviest trains. Step inside the wide cab, where the engineer masters this beast. Throttle notched up, distributed power coordinating multiple units as the ES-44 haul holds. Thousands built since 2005 and still the workhorse of UP, BNSF, CSX, and NS, the ES-44AC represents the modern American might and railroading endurance. Introducing the EMD SD70AC, the modern icon of North American heavy freight, the successor to the legendary 4,300 horsepower AC traction and massive tractive effort, powering the heaviest trains on the continent. Step inside the wide comfort cab, where the engineer tames this monster. Throttle notched up, distributed power sinking multiple units as the SD70 hauls 20,000s built since 2005 and still the backbone of UP, BNSF, CSX, NS, and more. The SD70AC, with its heritage through Cape Winter railroading power. Introducing the Wabtec FLX Drive, the world's first battery-electric heavy-haul freight locomotive, pioneering zero-emission and hybrid technology for the future of North American rail freight. Step inside the cab, where the engineer commands this groundbreaking machine, power draw from massive lithium-ion artery destensiomations, delivering over 7,000 workation for the toughest rail jobs. In testing and early deployment with Union Pacific, BNSF, and others, the Flex Drive and its hybrid variants represent the cutting edge of green freight technology, a bold step towards zero-emission heavy rail in the next era of American railroading. Introducing the SRT Hitachi 251-269 series, the iconic Japanese-built diesel locomotives that have been the backbone of Thai State Railway for over 40 years. Step inside the cab, where the driver commands this Thai rail legend. Throttle pulled, engine growling as the Hitachi hauls Besuk to Chiang Mai, their Bangfat 13 Prangas. Still in active service across the SRT network and beloved by rail fans, the Hitachi 250 Single Harries, connecting people and goods from north to south with enduring Japanese engineering and Thai resilience. The SRT Hitachi 89 series modernized Thai workhorse for passenger and mixed trains. Inside the cab, throttle open, powering expresses across Thailand's hot plains and hills. Reliable SRT veteran, still connecting Bangkok to the provinces every day. SRT KiHa DMU, Japanese-built diesel multiple unit, serving regional routes across Thailand. In the cab, throttle advanced, running commuter and local trains every day. Versatile SRT workhorse, connecting small towns and cities reliably. CR450, China's latest ultra-fast train, tested at 450 km per hour, set for 2026 service. In the cab, full power, flying along dedicated high-speed tracks. Future leader in high-speed rail, revolutionizing long-distance travel. Shanghai Maglev, world's fastest commercial train, cruising at 431 km/h. In the cab, effortless levitation, gliding above the dedicated guideway.
Maglev Pioneer, redefining urban high-speed transit.
L0 Series Maglev, Japan's record holder at 603 km/h in tests. In the cab, commanding future speed, floating on the Chuo Shinkansen guideway. World's fastest rail vehicle, shaping tomorrow's travel. CR400 Fuxing Hao, China's operational leader at 350 km/h commercial speed. In the cab, full throttle, racing along China's dedicated high-speed rails. Flagship of China's vast network, redefining high-speed travel.